A very warm welcome to Anil Nair classes. My name is Sheetal. I'm your English trainer. I have experience of helping students to clear English section in various competitive exams from almost 18 plus years. So I have experience of 18 plus years of helping students to overcome the problems related to English section of various competitive exams. So I hope with this experience I will also be able to give you some value addition to your whatever the knowledge you already have, and if you don't have, you can learn new concepts. If you have any doubts, I'll be able to help you with the clarification of those doubts, right? We have already had sessions related to nouns and the pronouns. So I hope you are now pretty much clear with the strategy by which I usually follow, or I taught you to follow while solving your questions related to error spotting, right? So in error spotting, all the grammar related errors will be there. So you don't have to look for one particular type of the error only. Your concepts related to all the 8 parts of speech should be clear, and you have to look into each and every thing. The main thing what you have to look forward to is subject, verb, agreement, right? Then you have to look for noun related errors, all the rules which we have applied. Then pronouns, the third one. Now in that case, we have to look also for noun, pronoun, agreement, right? I'll not start teaching you all these rules. I've already explained you these rules in my previous class, right? So today's our main thing will be, we'll focus on looking into each answer choice in terms of subject verb agreement first. Then we'll look for noun errors. We'll look for pronoun related errors. Plus we will also look for pronoun and noun agreement errors. Clear? Plus we have also done the apostrophe. So if any error is there related to apostrophe, we will try to figure out that also. And we have to look into all these errors as and when we'll keep moving forward in my classes, and I'll keep teaching you more and more concepts. We'll keep adding on those stuff so that those rules will become very easy for you to apply and they'll become your second nature, right? I want everybody to get all the questions correct. That is my dream. So let's work ahead together with the same one main aim. So let's look at the first question. First, directions. In these questions, read each sentence to find out whether there is any error in it. So one sentence divided into 4 parts, A, B, C, D, and the error, if any, will be in one part of the sentence. That means out of these 4 parts, one of them will only have the error. You'll never have more than one error. So the number of that part is the answer. Suppose you found error in the A is your answer. If you found error in B, B is your right answer. Fine. If there is no error in the question, you will mark D as the right answer. So don't hesitate to select D. 1/4 of the time, no error could be the right answer. So one should make his. So here itself, the pronoun to pronoun agreement or the pronoun consistency is not being followed over here. In one part, if you have used one, then throughout the sentence you will use one, once, oneself, etc. How can you give the khichdi? Like you cannot give a mixture of one to his. His will refer to he. If you have used he, then the next will be his, or you can say him, or you can have the himself. But you cannot have his with when you have used the first pronoun as one. No. See, this one is one. So one should make his. This his is an error over here. Best efforts if one wishes. So if 2 are 1, then this third one extra y exactly is in the his format. So A is the error over here. B, C and D are error free. We can mark A as the error. We'll move ahead to the next question. So the person who I met yesterday. Now, whom I met yesterday should be there. We cannot use who over here. We have to use the object pronoun whom. Who is the subject pronoun? Whom is the object. We need the object pronoun over here. We don't need the subject pronoun over here. So we are able to name the error. We get rid of B, C and D. A is my error. Next question. She was more garrulous. What do you mean by garrulous? I'll tell you. Improve your vocabulary if you don't know the meaning of garrulous. Garrulous means talkative. Someone who talks a lot. Right? She was more garrulous. So was is the verb. Who was more garrulous? She. She is the subject over here. Observe over here. In place of subject, we have used the subject pronoun only. Was more garrulous. The moment you have more, here the comparison is happening. The comparison form of the adjective has been used. Garrulous is what? It is adjective because it is telling something more about she. It's perfectly fine. Then is used for same comparison. Either is used for two. When we are referring to two, we will use either. Fine. Either of her three sisters. So when we are using either, how can you use three? Either refers to two. So in that case, the correct answer could have been then either of her sisters was fine. But this three is not needed over here. This is the error. So we have an error in C. We'll mark C as the answer. We can get rid of B and D. Understood? So either is used for two. Next question please. He sent all the furniture. Who sent? Sent is the verb. He sent. He is the subject pronoun. All, that's fine. All is again a pronoun. All the furniture to Hisar. Okay, furniture, noun errors may be told there is nothing called furnitures. It is furniture only. So this is also perfectly fine. To Hisar that he bought in Chandigarh. So he has sent all the furniture to Hisar that he bought in Chandigarh. So what is the error over here? Are you able to figure out any error? No. Till now everything is fine. Now that is where we have learnt the rule for the that. We'll use that with the superlative degree. See, the furniture is a superlative degree only. Right? We also learned that will refer to things. It's referring to things. It is referring to the superlative form of the thing. He had bought in Chandigarh. Who has bought? This is the verb. This is the subject. Both of them are in the subject pronoun form only. In is a preposition. After that you have a noun as the object. That is fine. A, B, C. All of them are error free. If there is no error, then obviously we have to go with D. So our answer is D. Let's move ahead to next question. Mr. Chaudhary, our representative. Mr. Chaudhary is noun. Our representative is a phrase. Right? This phrase is describing something more about the noun. Right? So, he will attend. So, he is a pronoun which you are using it in this sentence. So, why he is the error? I'll explain you the rule. So, if you have a noun and immediately after the noun you have a phrase which is describing this noun. In that case, we don't need a pronoun. So, we don't need a pronoun if after a noun you have a phrase which is describing the noun. So, immediately after that phrase, we need a verb. We don't need a pronoun. We need a verb after the phrase. Remember this rule. It's very important. So, we don't need he. We need will attend. The correct sentence will be Mr. Chaudhary, our representative, will attend the meeting on our behalf. That's wonderful. We don't really need he over here. So, we can get rid of A, C and D. And our answer is B because we have unnecessarily used he over here. So, I'll repeat the rule once again. So, if you have a noun, immediately after the noun, if you have a phrase which is describing the noun, we don't need a pronoun. We need a verb after the phrase. Clear? Let's move ahead to the next thing. You say, it's your problem. You say is the verb. Who say, you is the subject pronoun. Perfectly fine. It's your problem. Problem is a noun. Your is a possessive adjective. It is also a possessive adjective, both of them, right? So this is also fine. But is a conjunction. But I say, who say is the verb. Who say, I say. Subject verb agreement, subject pronoun. It's my. So it is a possessive pronoun. Now why my? I need what? I need the object over here. Now my is the subject pronoun. My is the subject pronoun. And I need a mine over here. Mine is the object pronoun. So why exactly are you using it? So C is the error. Right? We'll get rid of D and my answer is C. Clear? Let's move ahead to the next question. You are the. Are is the verb. Who are your. So your is a verb. Immediately after, before the verb, your is a possessive adjective. What is this your? Yours is a possessive adjective. And we have learned that possessive adjectives we will always be placed before the noun. Right? So you will have a possessive form of the adjective. And then you should have a noun. Say for example, book. It should be your book, my book, her book, our book, right? But you cannot have your before the verb. So it should be like this book is yours. Yours is the possessive adjective. We don't need, if it is a verb, we don't need the possessive adjective over here. We need the possessive pronoun. So we can get rid of A, B, C and D because they are error free. A is the error over here. Let's move ahead to the next question. The hotels of Hisar. The hotels is a noun and it is a plural noun. Right? Of Hisar, that is fine, are more luxurious. So who are more luxurious? The hotels. So are is the plural form of the verb. Plural noun is there. So that is perfectly fine over here. Are more luxurious than Rohtak. Can you compare the hotels with the Rohtak over here? No. So here, because there is the word then, I know there is a comparison which is happening, right? So I can compare hotels to hotels. So here what they are doing the comparison, they are doing the comparison of hotels of Hisar, then we have then Rohtak. Abhi, what is happening? They are comparing the hotels of Hisar to Rohtak. This is wrong. What is the correct thing? You can compare the hotels of Hisar, then those of Rohtak. Because, or you can say then hotels of Rohtak. You can compare hotels to hotels. You can compare hotels of Hisar to hotels of Rohtak. You cannot compare hotels of Hisar to Rohtak. So either you should say they are more luxurious than the hotels of Rohtak, or you can say then those of Rohtak, because those is plural. Hotels is a plural thing, plural noun. So you will need definitely a plural pronoun, those only. So our error is over here. The answer is C. Next question. Being a rainy day. Now, being is what? It's a verb over here. Right? Can we start a sentence with the verb? We cannot start a sentence with the verb, isn't it?
You can learn any subject, anywhere, any place and on the go. Come, let us go the other way in learning. Download our revolutionary app for free AMC.